Coach, can you just, I know one of the things that you've talked about to the team is big moments, and if you could just talk about maybe some of the big moments of tonight's game.
Yeah, I want to start out though, heartbroken for our guys because they, whether this is the right number or not, I felt like there was 100% buy-in from the guys, and I want to go hats off to the guys. I want to go hats off to the staff because anytime that a change is made during the season, there's uncertainty. There's uncertainty with staffs, families, uncertainty with players, what's going to go on, all that type of stuff. So hats off to the guys and hats off to the staff because I thought they did a tremendous job this week to try to get us ready to play. Heartbroken for the seniors though because we could have won it. And the unfortunate part is that's probably the same thing from the whole season. Could have, would have, should have, right? Hate to lose, and it hurts. So if you talk about big moments, I think the big thing, obviously without watching it, my gut is we're going to probably sit there and we're going to go. There were times in the red zone where we had to settle for field goals, and we had the opportunity to put touchdowns on the board, and that would have been big for us. The other thing is on defense. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I just felt like, whether it was giving up a long pass or giving up a third and long, and obviously the first thing that's going to happen, there's going to be fingers pointed at the DBs and all that. But I mean, it comes all together. The defensive line's got to get a good pass rush. If we're blitzing, we got to get to the quarterback. We got to make him uncomfortable. So I thought the guys tried to play complementary football. We ran the ball well tonight. That was a big emphasis. We were trying to establish the run and keep our defense off the field. Unfortunately, some of the big plays showed back up, and then we were playing catch up there at the end. So I think there's a lot of positives, but there's never no moral victories when it comes to a loss. So we lost, and we got to accept it. And we got to move on, and we got to show a lot of character and be ready to go the next time.
Question?
Coach, finishing has been a problem all season. What steps need to be taken going into closer to improve finishing in football games?
How old are you?
14.
That's awesome, man. Impressive. Finishing. Well, I think we had a great example tonight for our guys. We got in a situation where we were 4th and 3, and it was one of those decisions. We were up by 1 point, and if we kick the field goal, we'll go up by 4, and obviously they would have to score a touchdown to go ahead, right? We decided to go for it, and my whole thought process on that was, let's teach them how to finish a game. Like, we're not going to be scared. Let's go attack. And that 4th and 3, if we execute and we get that, we win that football game, and we win it in dominating fashion because we just took a 4th and 3 and made a first down and kept that clock moving, right? And I think that's the big piece, is being able to show them when we watch this film, here's where you could have finished the game. You could have finished the game here, or we could have finished the game here. And I think you got to teach them how to finish. We talked a lot this week about you never know when the play is going to be the play. There's so many plays in the game, and there's certain key plays in the game. You got to play every play like it's going to be the key play. And I think we just got to keep that mentality.
So looking at the offense, right, it felt like there was a lot more heavier personnel, a lot more usage of the tight ends, and then with the run game focus building off play action from that. What went into using the tight ends and the types of play action passes that you did today? What went into that?
Well, I have to give credit to Coach Fry. It was something that he wanted to do, and he brought, he told me, hey, I'd really like to get 4 tight ends on the field. Being that I am the tight end coach, I was pretty excited about that. And Coach Gogarty, who actually we elevated, and he became the tight end coach for us this week, he did a tremendous job with them as well. I think that room is a very talented room. I think that they all have their different skills and attributes, and they can fit in different spots. So being able to put all 4 on the field, I thought was good because they all have those different things they can do for us. And, and you'd have to ask the coaches at Charlotte, but I think it was something that they had to adjust to because it was something they hadn't seen from us. But I do think it's something we can build off of because I do think that's a talented room.
Coach, you mentioned the red zone struggles. What do you think contributed most to not being able to finish those trips with 6 points?
I think it's the execution piece. I don't think we have bad plays. I think the coach's best drawn plays don't matter unless you execute them, right? And I just think we get down there and then the execution level is not as tight as it should be. And one here, one there, and you can't just pinpoint it. But we got to have all 11 on the same page, and we got to have all 11 trying to execute. And after I watch the film, I'll have a little bit better reasoning of why maybe it didn't happen. But we got to find a way. We got to find a way, and we got to ramp up that execution level.
Yeah, and obviously the defense gave up a lot of big plays today. Is there anything that you saw maybe that you guys could adjust for next week?
I think the big thing is talking about, hey, let's keep everything in front of us. I know sometimes you get aggressive on defense because you're trying to make a big play, but then it puts you in a situation where it's one-on-one with a guy, and obviously we need to be able to make those plays when we're one-on-one. I just want to see us go really work hard to make sure we get pressure on the quarterback so we can make him uncomfortable, so that the defensive backs have time to be able to stay on those guys. Again, I think we're talented enough. I think it's just the execution piece.
Well, the running back room, a lot of different guys contributed. CJ Campbell had the big game, but also guys like Jamari Sands, Barry Mobley, Xavier Terrell. What did you think of their overall performance, and how are you looking to utilize them next week?
Man, I think that's our go-to room. They are, man, you can put any of them in. I mean, you even got a Shields Dutton that didn't, he played on special teams, but you can put him in and he's going to do it. It's a very talented room, and Coach Perkins does a tremendous job with them. He gets them ready to play each and every week, and they play hard. And obviously, because of their success on the ground tonight, I mean, obviously you got to talk a little bit about that offensive line too, because I think that offensive line did a good job for them as well. But that running back room is very talented, and that's a group that we need to try to keep together and get them going this week again.
Coach, one more game remaining in the regular season on the road against Tulsa. How important will it be to get these players who are going to be entering their final game in their collegiate career out with a bang, with a victory?
It'll be very important. And it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what our mindset is. They'll get Sunday off, and then we'll come in on Monday morning, and it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see where they're at. I do believe that there is good character in that locker room. I think they are good kids, good men. I shouldn't say good kids, good men that work really hard at it. So I don't expect anything different than them to come back and give it everything they got. And they did it. They tried to do it for the seniors tonight, and they need to turn around and try to do it for the seniors again next week, and let those guys go out on a high note. So we'll go back to work, and I believe they all will.
Tyreek obviously makes his first start of the season today. What did you think of his performance? Do you think he gave you guys a chance to win?
I thought Tyreek did a really nice job. We protected the ball on offense, and that was key. That was a big challenge. If you end every drive in a kick, you're going to have a chance to win the game. Obviously, you want to score more points. There's no question, but he did a good job of running the offense. He did a good job of protecting the ball. I thought Coach Fry did a really good job with making the game plan about Tyreek so that he could be successful. And I thought he did a good job. Obviously, there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be things. I know he had to turn over there at the end, but he was trying to make a play. And, we kind of had to get out of what our identity was at the beginning of the game because we were behind. But he prepared well this week. We'll challenge him to try to raise his level again next week. But he prepared very well this week, and I thought it showed today.
Anyone else?
Injury-wise, how did you guys come out of this?
I have not talked to the trainers yet. I feel like fairly well. I don't remember there being anything that we would be totally concerned about.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate y'all.